Feeling tired all the time, no matter how much you sleep? You're not just lazy, and it's not all in your head. There's some serious science happening inside your brain that could explain why you're so exhausted. Today, we're diving deep into the neurology of chronic fatigue. So what is chronic fatigue, really? It's not just feeling sleepy. It's a profound, persistent exhaustion that doesn't get better with rest and often gets worse with physical or mental activity. It can be incredibly debilitating, affecting every part of a person's life. For a long time, the causes were a mystery, but neuroscience is finally starting to give us some answers. Let's start with the brain's command center. Our brains are constantly processing information, managing our bodies, and keeping everything running smoothly. This takes a massive amount of energy. In fact, your brain, which is only about 2% of your body weight, uses up to 20% of your body's total energy. Think of it like a supercomputer that never shuts down. One key area researchers are looking at is the brainstem, specifically a part called the reticular activating system, or RAS. This network of neurons is like the brain's on-off switch. It helps regulate our sleep-wake cycles, our level of alertness, and our ability to focus. In people with chronic fatigue, studies suggest that the RAS might not be functioning correctly. It might be stuck in a sort of low-power mode, making it difficult to feel fully awake and alert. Then, there's the issue of neuroinflammation. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. But what happens when that inflammation occurs in the brain? This is neuroinflammation. Think of it as a constant low-grade fire in your neural circuits. It's been linked to various conditions, and chronic fatigue is one of them. Specialized immune cells in the brain called microglia are a big part of this story. Normally, they act as the brain's housekeepers, cleaning up cellular debris and protecting against pathogens. But when they become overactivated, they can release inflammatory molecules called cytokines. These cytokines can interfere with how neurons communicate, disrupt energy production in brain cells, and lead to that profound sense of fatigue and brain fog that so many people experience. It's like your brain's internal communication system is filled with static. But where does this inflammation come from? It could be triggered by a number of things. Past viral infections, like Epstein-Barr virus, which causes mono, have been strongly linked to the onset of chronic fatigue syndrome. It's also known as myalgic encephalomyelitis, or CFS. The idea is that even after the virus is gone, it leaves behind a dysfunctional immune response that keeps the brain in a state of chronic inflammation. Let's talk about energy, because that's at the heart of fatigue. Every cell in your body, including your brain cells, has tiny power plants called mitochondria. Their job is to convert nutrients from the food you eat into ATP, the energy currency of the cell. If your brain is the city, mitochondria are the power stations. Emerging research shows that in chronic fatigue, these mitochondria might not be working efficiently. This is called mitochondrial dysfunction. If the mitochondria in your neurons can't produce enough ATP, the brain simply doesn't have the fuel it needs to function properly. Basic tasks like thinking, focusing, or even regulating your mood become incredibly energy-intensive. This energy deficit could be a major reason why even a small amount of mental or physical effort can leave you feeling completely drained for days. Now let's connect this to the autonomic nervous system. This is the part of your nervous system that controls all the automatic stuff: your heartbeat, breathing, digestion, and blood pressure. It has two main branches: the sympathetic system, our fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic system, our rest and digest mode. In a healthy person, these two systems are in balance. But in many people with chronic fatigue, this balance is off. They often seem to be stuck in a state of sympathetic overdrive. Their fight or flight system is constantly activated, even when there's no real threat. Imagine your body's alarm system is just stuck on. This constant state of high alert is exhausting. Flood your body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, this can wear out your adrenal glands and dysregulate your entire hormonal system, known as the HPA axis, the hypothalamic pituitarial axis. This axis is the main highway connecting your brain to your hormonal system. When it's out of whack, it can directly contribute to fatigue, sleep problems, and a reduced ability to handle stress. Your body is perpetually bracing for an emergency that never comes. And that burns through your energy reserves at an incredible rate. Another fascinating piece of the puzzle is how the brain perceives effort and reward. The basal ganglia, a group of structures deep within the brain, are crucial for motor control, motivation, and learning. They help us decide which actions are worth the energy. In some studies on chronic fatigue, researchers have seen reduced activity in the basal ganglia. This might mean the brain is miscalculating the effort required for a task or undervaluing the potential reward. The result? Profound lack of motivation and a feeling that everything is just too much work. It's not that you don't want to do things. It's that your brain is literally telling you that you do and have the resources to do them. It's a protective mechanism that has gone into overdrive, shutting you down to conserve what little energy it thinks you have. And we can't forget about brain fog. That feeling of being confused, forgetful, and unable to think clearly is a hallmark symptom. Neurologically, this can be linked to several factors we've already discussed. The neuroinflammation can slow down neural signaling. The mitochondrial dysfunction means less energy for complex thought. And the dysregulation of the autonomic nervous system can affect blood flow to the brain, meaning your brain cells might not be getting the oxygen and nutrients they need to work at their best. So, to recap, the neurological picture of chronic fatigue is complex. It's not one single thing, but a cascade of interconnected issues. We have a potentially dysregulated switch in the brainstem, persistent neuroinflammation driven by overactive immune cells, inefficient power plants in our cells, and a nervous system stuck in fight-or-flight mode. All of this combines to create a state of profound energy crisis in the brain. This is why simple advice like just get more sleep or push through it is not only unhelpful, but can actually make things worse. Pushing your body when it's already in an energy deficit is like trying to drive a car on an empty tank of gas just going to cause more damage. Understanding these neurological mechanisms is a game changer. It validates the experiences of millions of people, and more importantly, it opens up new avenues for treatment. Instead of just managing symptoms, researchers are now looking at ways to target these root causes. This could include therapies aimed at reducing neuroinflammation, supporting mitochondrial function, or rebalancing the autonomic nervous system. If you are struggling with these symptoms, it's crucial to speak with a healthcare professional who understands chronic fatigue. Getting a proper diagnosis is the first step, and remember to be kind to yourself. This is a real biological illness. It's not a character flaw. Your body and brain are working incredibly hard just to get through the day. The science is still evolving, but every new discovery brings us closer to understanding and effectively treating chronic fatigue. By shedding light on the neurological roots of this condition, we can move away from stigma and towards compassion and real solutions. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the brain. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on the science of health and the human body. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions or experiences you'd like to share. Stay curious and take care.